It's time to reveal the hottest meta for Chapter 5 Season 3. We're diving deep into which items to grab, which to ditch, and the ultimate loadout that will have you racking up wins. And hey, if this video hits 75 likes, one of you lucky viewers will win a 1-month membership for my channel. By the way, in case you didn't know, an ideal 0 build loadout should consist of 2 weapons, 1 mobility item, 1 utility item, and 1 healing item. The choice of your 2 weapons is crucial because there are tons of powerful combos out there. However, not all weapons pack the same punch. Take the Harbinger SMG for example. This gun was carried over to Season 3 and it wasn't the top choice last season either. With no significant stat changes, it remains just an average SMG. The real issue is its competition, a Thunderburst SMG, which is still ridiculously OP. This beast continues to dominate with insane damage at range, even more than a tactical AR. An SMG outgunning an assault rifle from a distance doesn't make much sense, but hey, I'm not a developer, so what can I do? And since we just briefly mentioned the tactical AR, let's dive into this one. Does it stand out or not? Well, it wasn't the strongest assault rifle in Season 2, and it's pretty much the same story in Season 3. It's a shame because it was a top tier weapon back in Chapter 1, with a solid reason to carry it, but here in Chapter 5, it just doesn't fit the meta. If you love it, go ahead and use it, but be aware that there are 3 ARs that outperform it, so use at your own risk. Now, let's talk about what I believe is the best assault rifle right now, the Enforcer AR. In Season 2, it was largely overlooked, but Epic Games gave it a significant buff at the start of the season. They cranked up the fire rate, addressing its previous slow speed. Now, it fires much faster and the damage is incredible. With the headshot multiplier, you can deal around 75 damage, quickly downing enemies if your aim is on point. So, what about the Huntress DMR and the Warforged AR? Are they completely useless? They're still viable, but the Warforged doesn't shine in Season 3, especially with the new wasteland biomes, open areas, and long sight lines. This leads to extended fights where the Warforged struggles. It's decent with a scope, but without it, hitting shots past 40 meters is a challenge. If you found a green or blue Warforged, I would recommend passing on it. I would even take a gray Enforcer over these two. As for the Huntress DMR, it's still decent, but not as reliable as the Enforcer. DMRs are typically polarizing. Players either love them or hate them. With the increase in long-range fights in 0 build this season, it can still deal serious damage. The downside is its slow firing rate, so patience is key between shots. Oh, and did they add a new rifle recently? Yes, the Tri-Beam laser rifle. Is it powerful? Absolutely. For those who love hit-scan weapons, this is your dream come true. It hits targets almost instantly, making it lethal. True to its name, it shoots in a perfectly straight line with no drop-off. Plus, it deals 39 damage to the body and 59 for headshots. And get this, it's fantastic against vehicles, dealing 70 damage per shot. This is huge given the current car meta in the game, which by the way is another hot topic in the Fortnite community. Overall, I would crown the Tri-Beam laser rifle as the best assault rifle at the moment. It's a must-have in your loadout for securing those victory royale. Let's rewind back to the start where we talked about the SMGs, namely the Harbinger and the Thunderburst SMG. The start of the show is definitely the Thunderburst. This SMG is an incredible choice for your second slot weapon. It's versatile, effective up close, deadly at medium range, and even holds its own at long range. It might just be the most versatile SMG in Fortnite history. However, the second slot is typically best reserved for a close range powerhouse like a shotgun. We have 2 standout options here, and there's the Hammer Pump. Honestly, the Hammer Pump is too inconsistent and slow for 0 build. If it were up to me, I would crown the Gatekeeper as the best shotgun for your loadout, but hold on. Combat Shotgun is a strong contender too. Its real strength lies in its 8-bullet chamber, making it almost impossible to get caught reloading in the middle of a fight. Unfortunately, we can't say the same thing for the Gatekeeper, as it often leaves you reloading mid-battle. This is where the Combat Shotgun shines. On the flip side, the Gatekeeper has a larger reticle spread, making it easier to hit your target. Plus, it deals more damage than the Combat Shotgun. Running an SMG alongside the Gatekeeper in the early game isn't a bad strategy, but for the late game, you'll want to slap a drum mag on the Gatekeeper. This boosts it to 5 shells and cuts down on those frequent reloads. I know some players prefer the Combat Shotgun for its higher fire rate, allowing for more frequent shots in a short span. That's why both are fantastic options, but if I had to pick a winner, the Gatekeeper takes the crown. Now that we're set on weapons, it's time to pick the remaining 3 slots. Let's talk about the utility item you should use, and the choice is crystal clear, Boogie Bombs. They are insanely overpowered, and the craziest part, you can stack up to 10 of them in your inventory. Yes, 10. It's wild. In case you didn't know, these are the perfect counter to any car passing by, and can practically guarantee you free kills as soon as you hit your opponents with one. What started as a funny, casual item has turned out into a game-breaking one that can ruin a player's day in an instant. It's fun when you have them, but man, does it suck when you play for 20 minutes only to get boogied and killed. Am I right? Anyway, until they're voted in favor of the EMP grenades, just use them. By the way, for those who are new to my channel, it's dedicated to zero build tips and tricks. If that's a topic you're into, don't forget to subscribe. Another no-brainer is your mobility item. Without any surprise, the best option is the Nitro Fists. They are arguably the best mobility item we've seen in Chapter 5 so far. They're like the kinetic blades from Chapter 4 Season 2, but with one extra charge. Plus, they double as a powerful melee weapon. Honestly, they're OP right now. I'm expecting a nerf because it's nearly impossible to escape someone using the fists against you. Shockwaves are still a great second option for mobility, but they're definitely a step down from the fists. Use them only if you can't find the fists in a game. We just wrapped up a season where shockwaves were the top mobility item, so they're still pretty solid. And finally, what about the heals? Well, I would say the fizz is still king, but don't overlook the new Nuka-Cola. They work just like the OG slurps, instantly replenishing 25 health and up to 75 shield. They're just as viable as the fizz because that total is 102. But did you know you can carry 2 Nuka-Colas instead of 1 bottle of fizz? That's a game changer and the main reason why I declare Nuka-Cola the best healing item in the current meta. I would love to hear if you agree with this 5 item loadout or not. Let me know down below what your best loadout for the current meta would be. The next video you see on the screen is one you'll most likely enjoy watching, so click on it and I'll see you there. Bye!